Life as a teenager. Life as a teenager for me, man, I had a pretty good teenage period. Well, I wouldn't say that because a lot of that stuff had to do with me being a failing student. See, when you're a failing student in school, your experience could be compromised to the point where it drives you insane. I've spoke on the fact that I let that lifestyle of being a failing student and always being in some type of trouble, being in this person's office. I wasn't like a rogue kid by no means. But there was just certain things about me and my personality and my academic achievements and understanding. I just didn't understand. I just didn't get it. I didn't get it. And again, it caused me to go into a shell and to tell myself that I was tired of letting people tell me how to think and what I should be doing, and have you tried this and have you tried that. I still go through the same thing to this day. People mention stuff to me all the time as if I haven't tried these things in my own life. Have you tried a shelter? Have you tried a this or that? Do you think I just, at one point in my life, picked up my backpack and said, I'm going to just go live outside and just abandon any other place and not try anything? No, I've tried everything. And it got me to that point in which I've told myself I wanted to live alone. But, back to my teenage years, man, my teenage years were packed with a lot of experiences in a short period of time. I did all the fads, all the little, what do you call it? What do you want to call it? Like all the different trends and musics and all this different shit. I went through that stuff early, man. And it's almost like I dipped my toe in it and I dipped my toe out of it because it was something that when you got failing grades, that stuff doesn't add substance to your life. At least it didn't add it to mine. Being the kid that got plaid on and being the kid that got pink on and all these other little stupid ass fads that we had, all the Soldier Boy outfits, airbrush shirts, all this different stuff. I went through that stuff early and I was damn near done with it. I think I was pretty much done with it when I was about 18 years old. As a teenager, I got into bodybuilding. I dropped wrestling because I think I was about 17 when wrestling to me became just gross. And it became so gross to me, I got to the point where I said, you know what? I never want to watch this program ever again. The only time I'm going to watch, and then y'all really did it whenever The Undertaker had his streak broken by Brock Lesnar, and I was just like, I will never watch this crap again. And I went more or less to a video gaming format where I was only just going to play the video games. I was not ever going to watch WWE on television. I got to the point where I was able to predict what they were going to do before they do it, and then that just made it that much more frustrating. My best friend at the time, who became my roommate later on in life, him and I were on pretty good terms. We lived two different lifestyles. I was an athlete, he was not. So I think as far as he didn't pay this sport didn't pay responsibility by responsibility, or I would count you have, and again you have to tolerate pain. It made it very difficult for us to be friends past anything that had to do with smoking weed, which I started as a teenager, I think 14, 15. These aren't anything illegal, guys. Nothing illegal. It's to aid with my digestive system. Sorry about that. There we go. That's what I have to take for my digestive system. If I don't, I just get all backed up, sluggish. I took one too many, but that's okay. But him and our relationship was okay. That was my first car I ever had, a Honda CR-V, making that noise. But yeah, like him and our relationship was okay. You know, like I said, we were two different type of kids. He grew up pretty much poor. So a lot of times I was taking a lot of my stuff from my house to his house. TV, game, food, all this stuff I was taking to his house because I wanted to share that experience with him. I wanted to, you know, being the middle kid over at my house, you know, I had a chance to almost play like a big brother figure to Terrell because Terrell didn't have any siblings. It was just him. So, you know, everybody at that time was telling me that I needed to rethink my friends, which I didn't have any friends. Terrell was the only friend that I had. The athletes that I played with, those were not my friends. Those were guys that I just associated with, you know, in school and, you know, in sports and stuff like that. Football was my sport of choice / track because basketball required coordination. And I had no dribbling coordination whatsoever. I had horrible throwing accuracy when it came to baseball, so much that I ended up breaking the nose of a classmate I used to have years ago. We were kids and we were warming up, and he was crossing first base. I just so happened to throw the ball as hard as I could from home base, and no, excuse me, it was third base, and I threw it to first. Threw it so hard that it damn near, I hit him in the nose and broke his nose. As a kid, of course, I felt bad about it, but I was just like, good God. And my aim is horrible. So, of course, I had my little first falling in love thing go on as a teenager. That pretty much carried itself to the life that I live now. You know, that you could get that invested into a woman, and that chick only being attracted to a quote-unquote thug life, or she doesn't like the soft-heartedness that you might have as a guy. Because I told y'all, my dad gave a great example of what it was to be a man. You know, and I basically, you know, put forth his teachings in my everyday life to the point where a lot of girls were like, yeah, he's a good guy. You know, it's just all these other things. So, yeah, man, life as a teenager was something else. I snuck out of the house, so much so that my dad got physical with me and my best friend, Terrell. A lot of people just didn't see why me and Terrell were friends. But I enjoyed being friends with him because a lot of our friendship had to do with me being able to be myself.